Surah Al-Hajj ayat 17. Dan ada di antara manusia yang menyembah Allah dengan sikap dan pendirian yang tidak tetap, iaitu kalau ia beroleh kebaikan, senanglah hatinya dengan keadaan itu, dan kalau pula ia ditimpa fitnah, kesusahan, berbalik ia semula kepada kekufuran. Dengan sikap itu rugilah ia akan dunia dan akhirat. Itulah kerugian yang terang dan nyata.
استعيذ بالله ومن الناس من يعبد الله على حرف فإن أصابه خير اطمأن به وإن أصابته فتنة انقلب على وجهه خسر الدنيا والآخرة. Dunya and akhirah is lost. He has lost it. This is the one that worships Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Harf means edge, on the edge. If everything is going as he desires, he continues. If khair hits him, if goodness hits him, if he is happy with everything, he continues. But when a fitna comes, when something difficult comes, then he turns around. He says, forget this. Forget Islam, forget Iman, forget Sheikh, forget everything, they leave. So the way that we fall down the cliff is when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tests us with difficulty, with something that you don't like. That's what difficulty is. Difficulty is something you don't desire, you don't like, you dislike. When that comes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is looking. Are you from the one that you will continue worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? وَمِنَ النَّاسِ, from people, مَنْ يَعْبُدَ اللَّهِ, the one that is making ibadah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. عَلَى حَرْف, on an edge. So if he is assigned a khalifa or a deputy, he continues. When he is said, no, you are just a regular person or a humble one, he leaves, he falls. So worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not for a gain. You should not worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala aiming to gain something. That if I do this, I do this, I do this, I get an advantage. That's the disease of most people nowadays. They are doing what they're doing because they see an advantage that they can gain. And they're all after that. When they don't get that advantage that they want, they leave. They say, forget this. I've been here 5 years, 10 years. Nothing happened. I wasn't given anything. I did not accomplish anything. I did not achieve anything. I go somewhere else or I leave. So for us, this way is a continuous way to whom? To Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not a way for dunya. So the young ones, as Sheikh Zulkarnain is pointing out, the young ones, if you are here, if you are following a sheikh, that you can get his post, they say in Turkish. Post means a prayer carpet. Postu, they call it. If you are following a sheikh to be on his prayer carpet at the end, and when you don't get it, you say this is no good sheikh. You leave somewhere else. So if you are in our way, your goal is not to get a post or a prayer carpet of the sheikh. Your goal is to be in ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your goal is to be in zikrullah, like we did this fajr. This fajr, nobody was here. Fajr prayer, why fajr prayer is important? Because you cannot fake it. The ones that fake prayer, they cannot get up at fajr time. They like their sleep. And fajr time, it's dark. Nobody's going to see them unless they put all the lights on. When we were making the tasbih, no one can see who is here. I didn't even notice the doctor that was in the back. I said, who is this one? Nobody. So ibadah at fajr time is sincerity, ikhlas. Ikhlas. That's what's missing nowadays, sincerity. You see people, speakers, they're going here, they're going there. Are they going for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or are they going for fame? The speakers that come, that go, the conferences that's held, are they really working for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or they want to get name recognition. Everybody is after name recognition. Because pretty soon they're going to put their names on shoes. If a scholar wants his name to be put on shoes like Air Jordan and I don't know what else, Air Sheikh so and so on the shoes or on a shirt, name recognition. So tariqah is not name recognition. Tariqah is recognizing your Sheikh that has passed on. So you have no share in name recognition. Tariqah is not for you to be recognized. Tariqah is for your Sheikh and grand Sheikhs to be known, the ones that have passed away. Maulana Sheikh Nazim, you have not reached him, but all his suhbas, we felt that it was Grand Sheikh Abdullah Daghestani that being recognized. The old Murids know. Maulana Sheikh Nazim always spoke about his Grand Sheikh. He made the love of his Grand Sheikh go into the hearts of people that never met Grand Sheikh. People felt love to Grand Sheikh Abdullah Daghestani that has passed away, but they felt love to him through the student that was sitting on his behalf teaching what he has learned. He never say me. Maulana Sheikh Nazim never said me. He always said Biyuk Sheikh Effendi, big Grand Sheikh. Big Grand Sheikh. Everybody knew Grand Sheikh through the student. So the student that is doing whatever they're doing, his job or her job has to be that their Sheikh is recognized, their Sheikh is loved, their Sheikh is known, their Sheikh is put on the heads, not me. And if your name is not recognized, you get upset. Oh, they don't know about me. Now, who are you? Then you say, I'm the student of so and so. Okay. This is your Sheikh. We recognize your Sheikh. It has to be for your Sheikh. If you are worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for an advantage to be gained, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send a test that you will not achieve that advantage. Then you fall off the wagon and you leave. Either you set up your own group, or you go your own way, or some people leave Islam and they enter another religion. They leave there. I've seen it. Because they were in tariqah, they were in Islam for a gain, and this is the munafiq. This is the munafiq. He is, or she is, both, can be both, showing something but harboring, holding something else inside. They show themselves as shuyukh, like myself, big turban, mashallah, big beard. I'm walking as a sheikh. But inside there's an advantage to be gained. These are the ones that you have to look out for. You can recognize them. Once they start speaking about themselves, then you have to have a question mark. If this guy is for Islam, why is he speaking about himself? If he is promoting Iman and Islam, that means he has to promote Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Surah Yusuf. But Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is our teacher. Verse 108.
Surah Yusuf ayat 108. Katakanlah, wahai Muhammad, inilah jalanku, aku dan orang-orang yang menurutku, menyeru manusia umumnya kepada agama Allah dengan berdasarkan keterangan dan bukti yang jelas dan nyata. Dan aku menegaskan, Maha suci Allah dari segala iktikad dan perbuatan syirik, dan bukanlah aku dari golongan yang mempersekutukan Allah dengan sesuatu yang lain.
To Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah is telling him, Qul, say, Hadihi sabili, this is my way. Ad'u, I invite. I call. What is in Malay? I invite, I call. Janput? Jimput. أدعو, I invite, I call. To who? To myself? إلى الله. That Rasulullah ﷺ was not calling people to himself. Rasulullah ﷺ was not calling people to see him as something big, to see him as the one, to see him as the one to be recognized. أدعو إلى الله. I call you, O people, to him, to my master, to my Lord, to my God, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That means that true da'i, mashallah, everybody is making da'wah now. The true da'i, the true one that calls people to Islam, is the one that does not call them to himself. The true one is the one that calls them to the one that is next. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We call them to our teachers. We cannot say, oh, I'm going to bypass everybody. Of course, at the end, it all goes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But what you have to do is to take yourself out. That is, وَمَا أَنَا مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. I am not the ones to make partners. Because when you call people to yourself, you are making partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is Allah and me. There's no you. قُلْ هَذِهِ سَبِيلِي. This is my way. أَدْعُو إِلَى اللَّهِ. I invite, I call people, جِنْput, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. عَلَى بَصِيرَةٍ أَنَا وَمَنِ اتَّبَعَنِي. I am seeing. I don't know where in Malay here. But I am basira, means I'm not blind. I am somebody that is seeing. Me and the ones that follow me. وَسُبْحَانَ اللَّهِ وَمَا أَنَا مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. I am not the ones to make partners. So a true sheikh or a true da'i that's making da'wah, mashallah, in our Islamic world, there's so many da'is. Everybody is calling to who? Calling to their institute, calling to their organization, calling to themselves, calling for their names to be recognized. This is not the way. Mawlana Sheikh Nazim said so many da'i, they have to be purified. They have to clean themselves up before they invite people. So we go back to the original question, that if somebody is worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for an advantage, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send a test. If he doesn't like it, then he will drop off the wagon and go somewhere else. So my advice to the young ones, always concentrate on your sheikh. Make people know your sheikh. Make people love your sheikh. Take yourself out of the equation. You are not the one the people that have to see. You're not the one that the people have to remember. You are just another person calling people to truth. Calling people to truth. What is haqq? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Eventually, up the chain, everybody will get, inshallah, connected to the divine presence. They won't fall off the wagon. We continue our journey. That is the mistake that we all do. We all do. If it's not the asmat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if it's not the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all of us will fall off the wagon. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that protects us. That protects us. The ones that are sincere, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves them. The ones that are insincere, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will let them fall. And when they fall very bad. They fall very bad. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. So don't call people to you. Tell them, I have a sheikh. Come, see my sheikh. Hear from my sheikh. If your sheikh is not alive and he has given you something to do, call people to your sheikh. The people that are following your sheikh, love them. Because that's your goal. The one that has inherited, or the one that has come after. Why are you angry at people that love your sheikh? If your goal is to call people to your sheikh, they're already with your sheikh. You will kiss them, hug them, pamper them, honor them. But when But when you are trying to call people to yourself, and they are not going that easy, then there's something, a big question mark. Then you get angry. But if people are already, if you're calling people to your Sheikh, calling people to Mawlana Sheikh Nazim, calling people to Sayyid Sheikh Abdul Qadir al-Jilani, calling people to the saints that have passed on, you're calling them to them. If they are already with them, why you get angry at them? If your goal is to call people to your Sheikh. So that's what we need to do, all of us. We call people to our grandsheikhs. To our grandsheikhs. Come love them. Come hear from them. Come listen to them. Come do what they do. You will be connected to them. Now they say, oh, no, you have to have a living sheikh. Okay, yeah, you can find a living sheikh, no problem. But your real sheikh is the one that your heart is always with. Because he has captured you. If your heart is not with that one, then your heart should be with somebody else. But if your heart is already captured, that is your real sheikh. What you need to do. And I'll tell you a story that Mawlana Sheikh Nazim has said. One time, Mawlana Sheikh Nazim was with Grand Sheikh Abdullah Daghestani, our Grand Sheikh. Yeah, alhamdulillah. A big scholar came from Sham, in Sham. A big one, a big Naqshbandi. I'm not going to say the name. This Naqshbandi had not 1,000, 2,000, has tens of thousands of followers. And that is very small compared to the Pakistani shuyukh. They have millions. They have millions of followers. So this sheikh with tens of thousands of followers came to Grand Sheikh Abdullah. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's ruhaniya, spirituality appeared. He said, Ya Sheikh Abdullah, oh my son, this man, it's the time for his test. Who? The big sheikh, the one with the big turban, with the big beard, with the big jubba, with the big diplomas, with the big tail. Time for the shuyukh gets tests too, not only like us. No, big shuyukh. The ones that have reached, they get tests. Yeah, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam got so many tests. And he passed each one of them. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam has so many tests. وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent bala, means test, to Ibrahim. وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ فَأَتَمَّهُنْ. Ibrahim has made them tamam. Tamam means complete. Completed them. قال, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنِّي جَاعِلُكَ لِلنَّاسِ إِمَامًا. I will make you to people imam. After when? After he completed his tests. You cannot be an imam before you complete your tests that Ibrahim alayhi salam went through. Ibrahim alayhi salam went through so many tests. Nowadays they get the diploma from the university. They are big imams. But that's not the test. That's not the test. So this Sheikh test came. Grand Sheikh Abdullah. This man used to come to the masjid of Grand Sheikh Abdullah. He had love. He came up the stairs in the mountain. Grand Sheikh Abdullah and Grand Sheikh Nazim, Mawlana Sheikh Nazim. Mawlana Sheikh Nazim was a perfect follower, perfect student, perfect disciple. Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, before he got lifted up to heavens, these are all awliyaullah stories. Before he was lifted up to heavens, he told his disciples, I'm going to go up. You after me spread all over the earth and spread my message. They said, Ya Sayyidi, your message is not being accepted now when you are with us. How would your message be accepted when you leave us? He said, when I leave you, I will send you my madad. And the sign of my madad is wherever you go, people accept you. when Sayyidina Isa was being lifted up. So Sayyidina Isa got lifted up, his disciples, Hawariyin, they spread on earth and people started accepting their message. That was the sign of the madad of the master. And everybody flocked. That is the sign of the Sheikh, Grand Sheikh, supporting the disciple. So this Sheikh came, Grand Sheikh Abdullah told him, he said, "Oh my son, who is your Sheikh?" He said, "My Sheikh in Tariqah was such and such, was another Sheikh. Was his father. I don't want to give too many clues, but was his father." Grand Sheikh Abdullah said, "So you took Tariqah from your father that was in the Naqshbandi Tariqah?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Do you communicate with your father on the other side?" His father passed away. "Do you communicate with your teacher on the other side?" He said, "No, I don't." He said, "Come with me, I will make you connect with your father." So the Sheikh is the one that will make you connect with your real Sheikh. So the living Sheikh, that everybody says you have to have a living Sheikh. The living Sheikh is the one that will be able to connect you with your original Sheikh. That is their mission. Their mission is to connect you with your Sheikh that you have not connected with. How did you not connect with? You are not seeing his ruhaniyah. You are not seeing him. You are not hearing him. You are not getting inspirations from him. So the living Sheikh is the one that has to connect you with your Sheikh that has captured your heart. Not to say, "You are mine now." These are subtle teachings that we have to be aware of. You have to know. These are all teachings of Grand Sheikhs. So he said, "Come to me, I will connect you with your father." He says, "How do I come to you?" He says, "Leave all of that behind." Leave your position. Position of what? He is on a kursi, Sheikh. He sits like that. MashaAllah. Masjid is full. Yeah. He said, "Leave that. First, you leave that chair. Second, you leave your followers, your 20,000, 30,000, 100,000, 1 million. You leave everything. You come sit with me." He said, "I can't." He said, "I can't." I said, "Okay, you go. Don't come here anymore." So the Sheikh is the one that will connect you with your true Sheikh. So whoever is the living Sheikh, which everybody is saying that we have to have a living Sheikh. Yes, you should. Because he will connect you to your beloved. That is the job. So at the end is what? At the end, everybody, at the end, the Sheikh has to call people to their Grand Sheikh. That is the goal. Not to themselves. Not to themselves. So when you are calling people to Islam, you call them to your teacher, the true one, not the fake one. Not the one that is trying to gain something. To the one that is pure. Pure. Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is said that Jabal Uhud came behind him as gold. You heard that story? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one day he was walking, and they were poor. They had nothing, not even food. And he has tied stones on his stomach. Jabal Uhud came, and I heard this from Mawlana Sheikh Nasr, from my grandfather. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam heard the gold coins rolling. Jabal Uhud has turned into gold. He said, "Ya Rasulullah, take what you want and bite what you want with this." And this is mentioned in Qasidatul Burda, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam does not need dunya Dunya is in need for him to exist. It is in Qasidah al-Burda in one of the verses that dunya was created for him. He does not need it. It needs him. And I don't have Qasidah al-Burda with me, but one of the verses is like that. So the Sheikh is the one that is not looking at dunya, is not trying to gain advantage. The Sheikh is the one that has already connected with the true wealth, with the true happiness. They don't look back. They don't look back. So don't look at that. Don't look at dunya. Take what you need to live. Take what you need for your children. Take what you need to be sheltered. But more than that, you're not in need for it. Give to the one that is in need. More than that, if it comes, spend in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's way. But don't put your eyes too much out there. I'm going to get this car, I'm going to get this mansion, I'm going to get this vacation home, I'm going to get this boat, there's no need. You will live and move. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us.
Ameen.
Keep us on the right path.
Ameen.
But know that your goal, O Naqshbandi, your goal, your target is to get the love of your Sheikh in people's hearts. To get the name of your Sheikh recognized and heard by people. Not your own. Not your own. And that is the mukhlis, that is the sincere one. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala likes sincerity. He does not like crooked ones. I think it's enough. I think we went too deep, but it's good. It's all experience. It's all from Mawlana Sheikh Nazim's teachings. May Allah forgive us. May Allah forgive us. Mawlana Sheikh Nazim said, why you put yourself in the middle? If you're calling people to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, why are you in the middle? Take yourself out of the way. That is pure, that is tawheed. They talk about tawheed. Take yourself out of the way. That is tawheed. No, they have to know us. They have to follow us. We are the ones. I still have that clip on my phone. Either this one or the other one. I have a smaller one in the back. Let me see if it's on this one. If it's on this one, you're lucky. If it's on the other one, I can just tell you what it is. I heard it from Maulana, from my grandfather, and I kept it. It's in the other one. Well, what Maulana says that there are a group of people nowadays that they say we are the ones to be followed. And nowadays means in his days. But it continues until now. They have not changed. They say we are the ones to be followed. We are the ones to be accepted. Mawlana Sheikh Nazim says, no object. That's how he said it, because he has a broken English. No objection. But until you bring satisfaction through my heart, I cannot follow you. That's what he said. So there are groups of people, groups of Muslims nowadays, they tell people we are on the right path and everybody else is on the wrong path. He said, I'm not objecting to what you're saying, but until you bring satisfaction through my heart, I cannot follow you. So that's the sign you should look at. If you have satisfaction, if you have contentment in your heart, you follow. If you don't have satisfaction through your heart or contentment through your heart, you don't follow. You cannot. There's no la ikraha fi din. There's no compulsion in religion. Ya Rabbi, affayna. Ya Rabbi, keep us on the right path, Ya Rabbi. Keep us on the right path of our shuyukh, Ya Rabbi. Of our Naqshbandi shuyukh, Ya Rabbi. Ya Rabbi. The ones that have lost the way, Ya Rabbi, bring them back to the right path, Ya Rabbi. The ones that don't know the way, Ya Rabbi, bring them back to the right path, including ourselves, Ya Rabbi. We don't claim that we are Correct, Ya Rabbi. Astaghfirullah. 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 Ya Rabbi. Correct our wickedness, our crookedness, Ya Rabbi. Make us on the Sirat al-Mustaqim, Ya Rabbi. Ya Rabbi, forgive us if we have said something that have hurt others, Ya Rabbi. Forgive us, Ya Rabbi, unintentionally if we have said something that is not true, Ya Rabbi. Make us from the truthful ones, Ya Rabbi. Make us from the ones that say the truth, see the truth, speak the truth. And that is grandsheikhs, Ya Rabbi. Make us see them, make us hear them, make us be with them, Ya Rabbal Alameen. And call people to their way of Sahaba Kiram, way of Ahlul Bayt, way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. To you, Ya Rabbi, Ya Allah. Ameen, Ameen, Ameen. بحرمة الحبيب صلى الله عليه وسلم وبسر سورة الفاتحة. آمين.
This is Amir.
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 Amir.